Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the arts of letting go. Whether that be your destiny, whether that be a grudge, whether that be a dream. Recently, I went to the gym, keeping strong and just taking my health seriously, trying to get this New Year's resolution on track. And I bumped into someone that I knew from high school or secondary school. He didn't recognize me at first, but I recognized him because he was part of a larger friend group I used to have where, unfortunately, I was pretty heavily racially abused. But when he looked at me, he took a second to even figure out who I was. I gave him one of those like nods, and he nodded back just because he saw someone nod at him in the gym. But then I took off my earphones and I went up to him and I introduced myself and said my name, and then his eyes lit up like Christmas because we were really good friends back in the day, and that's all he remembered. I don't remember specifically if he was the one that said any racial insults to me. I don't believe he is, but I have minds of two specific people that did. And he was just kind of, if not co-signing it, at least not calling them out on it. Bear in mind, we were all around 16, 17 at the time. And it made me think about the fact that I could see this scenario when we were on Snapchat and I could see the slurs thrown around at me, and I can see that memory clear as day. But for him, he looked at me and just said, "When did you get back from England?" Forgetting that when I got back from England, I lived there for about 9 months at the time, and I returned in 2000. I left at the end of 2017 and came back in 2018. So 9 months roughly. We hung out and actually all watched Black Panther together. Me, him, and two other people. And he forgot that. But I remember every single moment. And I suppose that's trauma. That's a core memory. And it just made me think today. I just randomly thought about that in the shower because I saw him in the gym earlier last year, at the end of last year. And I just randomly thought of it. And I was just like, for him, that was like a laugh and a quick memory, and forgot about it after I was gone. And they all moved on with their life. But for me, it's a memory that maybe once every 8 months or year will pop into my head, and I can feel it. I can almost touch that feeling, and I can see the tears in my eyes and the emotions of me trying to stand up for myself, and I couldn't let it go. I got older, and as I realized that people like that do not matter, and a job I want to have is on the internet, and I'm a black man, that's going to be thrown against me no matter what. So the power it holds is up to me. It was just very eye-opening. It's very eye-opening that it didn't mean anything to them, but it meant everything to me at that time of being 17. Because it really hurt. The same thing with dreams of being a YouTuber, with dreams of being as fit as possible. You have to let it go. And by let it go, I don't mean give up on it or just let it slide, because there's just respect as well. And back then, in the previously mentioned story, it was disrespectful, and I called it out, and that's why it was a fight, because it was a majority white group, etc. You probably know the story. If you are a person of color watching this, you know the story. And if you're not, you could probably piece together, if you have a braid, what happened. You have to let it go. You can't think too hard on something unless nothing's going to move. You can't think too hard on what happened to you unless you're going to be frozen in that time frame. You can't be too hard on your dream. Say, for example, you want to make a video. You can't think about it too hard unless you're going to be an analysis paralysis. You have to just let that fly at a certain point. I'm not a motivational speaker, and I do not claim to be, but I'm a person that's just gone through things, and I just have a little bit to say. I just have a little bit to say. So if you're out there and you're really, really worrying about the next step, let it go. Give it to the universe. Give it to God, whoever you believe in, and just work on it. Genuinely just work on it. That's all I have to say for now. I'll see you in the next one.